Salute, everybody. It is Monday night, 6 p.m. We are here, me and Pablo Pickasso, Social Assassin, for Unscripted Logic. Salute, Adept, salute, Clip. Adept, yo, my bad, yo, on that video earlier, I did not see the comment about you getting a new car soon. Congrats to you on that, brother, for real. I didn't see that part. But yeah, man, congrats to you on that, bro. It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. You know, you deserve it. You deserve it, man. But yeah, fuck a previous owner for real. So yeah, man, we are here, man, for Unscripted Logic. This shit is gonna go down every Monday, and it's gonna be something that y'all are gonna look forward to each and every week. It's going to get better every time. We're gonna add stuff each time. This is the first episode, so we're just getting it started. But next week we will have a theme song for this show. So we just couldn't get it uploaded to StreamYard in time for this episode. But Solo, salute. Mike, salute. Everybody.
Yeah, I was working on the theme. I came up with the parts. I came up with the melodies for the music and stuff. And I was trying to throw it together in BandLab, but I was just a little too busy today to get it done and get it sent to you so they could play it at the beginning. But
right. So that's all right. We'll get it going for next week, and it's gonna be dope, man. We're gonna have a nice little theme song for this shit. So, and then Pablo and I both gonna be buying new computers and getting mics and shit. And we're both gonna have a nice little setup, and then you never know, maybe like we'll do some episodes, like special episodes on a little bit earlier on Monday, where I can actually go down to his crib or he can come to my crib and we can do it like actually in the same room. I think that would be dope. But for now, this is it. Unscripted Logic. So let's get into it. Pablo.
Yes.
So you had a couple topics, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So what do you think is most important that you want to get into? Because I have a couple things too, but it can wait.
Well, I would like to start with a sincere apology, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah, we real men over here, so we hold ourselves accountable, and
Right.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart and soul, Crisis, I sincerely apologize for swagger jacking your delivery. You were known in the scene. Yeah, I knew I had some good written material, but I knew I needed a way to make it pop. And in the second and third round, I stole your flow, bro. And I can only take accountability for me. I don't know if Clip is gonna be as real as I am right now. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's how we doing it over here. That's how we doing it.
I'd like to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Salute 702. Salute, G. Salute. Yeah, man, fuck Crisis. So look, man, I didn't want to unsubscribe from his 30 subscriber channel because I felt like it might kill him a little bit.
Oh no, he's got 29.
Yeah, now he's got 29. I had to.
Bro, this channel that I'm on right now, I have like 25 subscribers, and I don't even be posting anything like that. I've never gone live once from this channel, anything. That's crazy. Bro.
Right. Nah, we're gonna I was telling people earlier in the live when I was showing my car, like, we're about to blow this channel the fuck up. So, it's about to be lit. It's about to be lit.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna break up some bud real quick. So either we can run that beat one time or you can hold it down. What do you want to do? Hey, y'all want to hear that beat real quick?
Yeah, you can play it. Fuck it.
All right, let me run this beat. Adept, if you're still in here, bro, I need you to do some sort of intro or outro for this shit, because this one's gonna be kind of like an anthem for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Clip. Hilarious. Oh shit. All right, let's run it. Let's run it. So, yes, like Clip said, the score coming
Facts.
soon.
Yeah, I was about to
Feature,
start rapping over it and shit too.
right?
I figured I just wanted to let people hear the beat.
Yeah, nah, facts. Yo, the score coming soon. This is gonna be kind of like an anthem for us. Um, and if there's other rappers in the virtual community that want to do an alternate version with me, that would be dope as well. I'm definitely open to it. But this one is going to have me, Pickasso, Clip, Seizure, Innovate, and hopefully Dinero. We're just waiting on word from Dinero. Cream Kane, I ain't letting you up here. If you have a question for Pablo, ask it in the chat. And we are
That's a
not
wild name,
and we are not camming up. Well, this is not the time nor the place. We are going to be bringing people up to rap on these segments sometimes. It's going to be planned in advance, and also me and Pablo are going to be rapping on this segment. So just so y'all know, if y'all really want to hear me rap next Monday, 6 p.m., be here, and I have bars for y'all. I was gonna do it tonight. I
Let's
was
go.
I've been writing, and Pablo knows when I'm writing and I'm not telling people that I'm writing, that means I'm really fucking writing. If
And
I
the shit
tell you,
fire.
if facts, if I tell you like, oh, I'm writing, like chances are I'm trying to write. But like if I'm not saying shit, so I got some shit for y'all. So next week we definitely gonna spit some bars, and we definitely gonna have a theme song. Kane, look, man. We don't want to work out with you. It has nothing to do with your name being sus, bro. This is just not the time nor the place.
Yeah, this is a
We don't
debut
want
of our
workouts for glutes, bro. We don't want
bro.
workouts.
This ain't it, bro. Go
This is
somewhere. Go to
Unscripted.
some
Go.
gym bro Instagram shit if you're
I'm
trying
pretty
to, you
sure
know.
there's an LGBT live going on somewhere that they'll be interested.
Don't let my workout scheme fool you, bro. This
Yeah,
ain't
facts,
it.
facts. And also, I don't recognize your name, which means you ain't coming up here. That's just number one. So
Yeah, if Clip and shit ain't up here, then you're definitely not coming up here, bro. Stop it.
right. And don't like we are gonna don't get it twisted. We are gonna have guests like Clip, like Innovate. You know what I mean? Like real lyricists.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
fuck yeah, man. This segment, so like this one is kind of just to give y'all like the chemistry between me and Pablo and what kind of dynamic we're gonna bring. We do have some stuff to talk about in this one, but going forward, it's just gonna continuously be better. There's gonna be rap, and there's gonna be talking about battle rap, old school battle rap. Like I was talking to someone earlier about Parable and how trash
Um,
how trash he was. But like that's the type of shit we're trying to bring over here. So this is the pilot, right, Major. This is the pilot. Y'all gonna pick up the series? That's what we're going for here. So, right, Solo, right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Tell him.
people be trying to like hijack other people's streams and shit. Like, chill, bro. Go do your own stream then. Like,
Right. I'm sorry you don't have enough support. It's like I don't be having mad people in my chats either. I'm not a huge YouTube channel. I'm just a guy trying to speak his mind. That's all.
I know, but that just lets you know how like low level they are if they're trying. It's like, bro,
Right.
this is a small little niche thing, and we're homies talking about a certain topic, and you're trying to hop
Right.
in here and take
And
it left on some
look,
weird shit. Like,
a wise man who's in the chat right now once told me that when you got people like Rusty popping into your chat and shit, that means your channel's becoming successful. So
right.
it is what it is. And you know who you are. Um, there you go, Major. There you
All
go.
right, enough of that. Enough
Uh,
of him.
Quality over quantity. Facts. Rusty said you rap like Logic. No, neither of us rap like Logic at
Yeah,
all.
absolutely not. What are
We're
you
both
talking about?
way better than Logic,
And
actually.
also, my first rap name when I was 13 was Logic, way before
Well
he ever
before
came out.
Logic was even
Yeah,
like a twinkle in his dad's eye.
facts.
Oh shit. So what do you got, Paul? You got Pablo.
All
You got
right,
something?
so I think the first thing I want to get into is
Facts.
yeah, okay. So I was gonna ask you, what do you think the biggest problem with battle rap is right now, in the state it's in? Why is it in the state it's in? And not, without getting into like the money and the
Right.
leagues and stuff, like
Oh, I
just
can
that
tell.
the sport of battle rap. What do you think the biggest problem
I,
is?
I can tell you right now, the biggest problem is it's oversaturated with low level talent. And it's
Mm-hmm.
because over the years, we would have cards, and of course you would get like a Murder Mook and a Lux, and you'd get your Arsenals and stuff. But they would be jamming these people down your throat that are trash, and they would just throw these small events every week just so people would get used to these battlers. And then the new fans, this is the other big problem, is the new fans, that the new wave of fans that came in during COVID and after COVID, like, to them, like J2 and Solar Flare Foots and those fucking clowns, those are the top battlers to them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's a big part of the problem too. And it wouldn't, the newer fans wouldn't have that opportunity to feel that way if it wasn't so oversaturated with bullshit. So that's what I think. I think it's just there's not enough of the great talent, standout talent. You know what I mean? And it just seems like every battle is just like you said before. You said it before. Quality over quantity. Like they're not running with that. It's quantity over quality for them, and
but
they want. Good.
So whose fault do you think that is? That the battlers pricing themselves out, or?
I don't feel like the battlers are pricing themselves out because they're worth what they're asking for.
Right.
I think it's the league's fault for mismanaging their money. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a big part of it. But
Yeah.
also, I feel like just like not having judge battles also makes people like, remember when Charlie Clips went on that run of like 2 years of not having third rounds and stuff, and
Third round, he
everyone,
barely had a second or first too, but yeah, I
yeah.
remember.
So, and then the fans would still say they'd be in the chat trolling Clips 3-0,
Clip
even
3-0.
on
They'd be
battles
saying
that
it during battles that Clip wasn't even in. People would be
exactly.
chanting
So
Clip 3-0. For people who don't know that, that was a running thing for like a couple years.
yeah, ask what's that dude's name? He always says Lorded Lux and like Benevolent B Dot and stuff. What's that guy's? He's always posting. He would always be in every like
Yeah,
YouTube group.
who the fuck is it? Not nonfiction, right? Not Slim, right?
No, I'd know the name if I saw it. I'm trying to think of it now.
I know too, but I just can't think of exactly who it was. But
Yeah, Lorded Lux, but he would always be in there saying Clips 3-0 on battles that he wasn't even in at all. Like,
right, like, and then there would be like polls going up on Twitter and shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, who do you think won? Fucking Joe Schmo or Ding Dong Dick?" And
Backyard
they'd be
Billy.
like, yeah, facts. They'd be like, "Clip 3-0, Clips 3-0." Like, it's wild, yo. Like,
So
it,
another thing I see, like, and I see this a lot these days, and it will be battles that like I haven't even seen yet because because battle rap is trash these days. I'm not like rushing to go buy a pay-per-view just to see a battle.
hell no, hell
But
no.
then as soon as it happens, there'll be polls like who do you have winning, and then you look at the people voting. People haven't even seen the battle yet, and they say this person 3-0.
So many people do that. So many people will judge in the polls without even seeing the fucking battle. That is another big problem. See, that's the thing. When you ask me that question, like, there are so many problems. I highlighted the two biggest that I feel like are the two
Yeah,
biggest. But yeah, there's so many things wrong with battle rap. I feel like there's nothing going right with battle rap right now except what we got over here.
yeah, facts.
You know.
Well, I knew there was like, obviously there's a bunch of answers to that. I just wanted to know, like, without knowing the question, what would come to your head, like,
See,
pause.
that's the unscripted part. I didn't know Pablo was gonna ask me that. I had no clue. And now that I know that, I'm gonna have questions ready for him next week. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we do the shit. Like, and we will disagree. Like, we just happen to agree there, but there will be times where we disagree, and you guys will get to see a heated debate, a very heated debate.
But
You know?
like you were saying with newer fans, I brought that up, the whole like people voting on a battle they haven't seen yet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I feel like it's not only they haven't seen it yet, but now all these other people that haven't seen it yet, it's like they see all these vote. Oh, they're everyone's saying this guy won
So
3-0,
they
and it was
run
like
with
a
it.
hip hop is real interview saying, and they're like judging their energy, and they're like, oh, he must have lost just by how he looks right here, and then by
Yep.
the time they even get to the actual battle dropping and watching it, it's like all that's already like tainted their perspective on the battle. Then never mind if someone's getting gassed in the room and everything. It's
Right.
like, are you judging the material, or are you just going, you went into it thinking this person won, and now you're like looking to affirm that?
That's
You know what I
exactly what
mean?
it is. And not to go off topic, but just on the topic of judging, it just made me remember, like, yo, I remember fucking I forget who the judge was. I'm sure somebody in here will remember. But it was when Sirius Jones lost in the Ultimate Madness tournament, and the fucking judge said he was too direct.
Yeah, I remember that. Was that
Yo,
against Rum Nitty, or who was
yeah,
that against?
yeah. It was against Rum Nitty. It was against Rum Nitty. And let me tell you, Sirius Jones smoked Rum Nitty.
Facts, bro.
Smoked him.
Facts.
Like, who was it? Was it Showface? Was it Showface that did that?
I forget who it was. I know what you're talking about though, because I was
Yeah,
disgusted with
Adept
that
was
answer.
too.
Like,
Yeah,
how
I've
can you
had.
be too direct? That makes no fucking
Yeah,
sense
how are
at
you
all.
too direct in battle rap? Like that's a fucking that was just people wanting to give it to Rum, and they did. They figured out a way to get it to Rum give it to Rum. But I feel like, yeah, I don't know. It's that dude that's like super animated. He has a YouTube channel where like he reacts to battles, but he's just like super
Oh,
animated.
Screwface Gene or something? Is it or no?
Is it Showface News? Is that or am I?
Or it's no a bat fanatic or something. Battle
Yes,
rap
Battle Rap
fanatic.
Fanatic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
who
it.
it was. Yep. That's exactly who it was. Like that fucking clown. Like, bro, you said and that wasn't the only battle. There was another battle in that tournament. He said some dumb shit like that
Yeah,
to
dirty judging. But wasn't he like
yeah, Battle Rap Fanatic.
recording because he does like reaction videos? Wasn't he doing a reaction video to a battle that he was judging? So it's like you can't even be properly judging because you're trying to make these wild faces for your stupid video and shit. Like
Right. Yep.
you're not even paying attention.
I know, bro. You're not even paying attention. You're not
So that actually brings us right into another thing I wanted to talk about, which is battle rap judging in general.
okay.
So how do you think the fairest way to judge a battle? Like, I know don't flop before when there's like money on the line or if it's like a championship. They'll have like 7 to 9 judges, right? But they watch the battle live, but then they go like upstairs
And
after the event
rewatch it.
and rewatch the footage. Do you think that's the best way for the bar breakdown, or is that kind of almost unfair to people that do perform well live if that is their strong suit?
Yeah. So that's a tricky one because it's like you got people like Hitman, right? Who are great performers, but their bars aren't good. So in the building, they can beat a lot of people, but
Right.
when you watch back on cam, it's like, nah, he got smoked like bad. So that's a tricky one, bro, because I feel like it should be judged in the moment, but at the same time, the idea of battle rap is, it's all about the lyrics. There's no beat, there's nothing except what you're saying. So so to get the fairest possible judgment, because you can still watch a battle back on replay, especially if you just watched it live and then watch it back on replay and be like, yeah, well, this guy's performance was crazy, but this guy's bars were enough to overshadow the performance. So I think it's definitely better. I don't think it's necessarily unfair as long as the judges are watching it live as well. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't. I think it actually makes it more fair. The only issue with that is that you won't get the judge's decision immediately. You know what I mean? But also the thing with judging too is like, as far as the judges go, the judges have to be, now they don't all have to be rappers, but like I feel like the majority of them either should be rappers or people who have an extensive knowledge of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like not
Yeah.
just random chuns or just random like other battlers, or because like there's people who battle all the time that aren't good judges. That wouldn't make a good judge. So
Facts.
judging is such a tough thing, especially in the world of like um of battle rap, like on the big stage. But to me, I feel like it's necessary because battle rap is dying, and I feel like a lot of that is because there's not enough competitiveness anymore, and judging battles brings that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if there's money on the line that you're not gonna win if the judges don't say you won, like, that brings a different beast out of people. But I brought it up because, like I was saying, some people have this like electrifying performance and stuff, and it's like they can shake the room,
Right.
But then, on the playback, you're like, well, was he really saying anything crazy?
And that's
And
the thing, like I said, that's why if you did see it live and you thought but then you watched again, so you're not taking points away for their performance, but you're adding points to the other battler because you're because in the moment you you can you're catching all the whole performance because you don't really got to pay that much attention, you just got to be watching. But are you catching all the bars?
the
No.
intricacies of all the wordplay and shit,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So that's what I'm saying. Definitely, I feel like
So,
they have to physically be there because it's a different energy. And
right,
even when watching it back, even if you were in the room watching it back, sometimes it's like, yeah, I can capture a little bit of the, like momentous, like I said, a captivating like performance, but it's not the same, so
right,
it's like you definitely have to have been there. And also I don't feel like 3 days later you rewatched it 100 times. Like I said, that I liked how Don't Flop did it. They were there, they go upstairs after, they rewatch it, and then they give it, because essentially it's like someone becoming the champ or not, or winning this $50,000 or whatever. It's like all because you were like drunk in the crowd and you weren't really paying attention, and you were missing all this dude's like way better material just because this other person like did a dance move or took their jacket off and y'all went crazy or something. You know what I mean?
right. No, I really did like the way that Don't Flop did that. It was actually very well organized, and they did do a really good job. And Clip, like I that's what I was thinking too when I was answering the question. It must be judged in the moment. If you're gonna judge on the playback, what's the point of performing? Well, like I said, like you don't take away points from the performer on the second watch. You know what I mean? They did what they did. So you don't take anything away from them on that. But we can't be giving wins to battlers that just based off of solely their performance, in my opinion. But it is a tricky situation. I think it's hard to find the balance when it comes to judging. Plus, nobody ever feels like they really lost, so it's hard anyway. But I think that I think that there's nothing wrong with doing a second watch. Because like I said, for me, if I'm watching a battle live and I see okay, and this has happened. I've been to some massacre events and I've watched people battle live, and then I'd go back and watch it and be like, oh no, this guy definitely won. But I didn't take away points for the other person's performance in the moment. You know what I mean? So I just,
Yeah. How many times have we heard, oh, he won in the building,
right,
but on
on
camera it
camera,
looks different? So
right,
that's basically my main
right.
question, is like, I'm not even saying I'm on one side or the other. It's just like,
Correct, correct. No,
how do how do you do it that's like, I don't even want to say the most fair, just like,
right. But no, Clip, I don't disagree with you. It's just it is a tricky judging is a tricky thing in itself. Major, I just answered. I think it should be mostly rappers, especially if you have like 5 to 7 judges. If you have 5 judges, at least 3 of them got to be people who have experience in this shit and know what to look for. Um, uh, Fans, depending on who the fan is, are good judges because they know what to look for. But at the same time, they got to be the right fans because a lot of fans are biased. I like the second look
yeah, but
bar
it can't just
breakdown
be like,
idea. Solos.
oh, this NBA player is just who happens to be at the event, so we're gonna let him be a guest judge. Like, no,
Right,
dude, no.
right. Yeah, we can't be doing that shit. Solo says I like the second look bar breakdown idea. Yeah, it gives you that opportunity to, especially for someone like a Lux or a JC, like who often might lose in the building but win on cam. Like um if you're gonna go off playback, we might as well only rap 2 to 4 bars. No, I mean the
No, I
I
disagree with
know.
that.
Here's the thing, though, Clip. I'm not saying judge it solely off the playback. I'm saying judge both. So that way, like I said, you don't take the points away from the performer, because that is a huge part of battle rap.
But
But
also, if you're,
rapping is the most important part of it. What you're saying is the most important part. Um,
but
but
if you
hey,
had
I'm
this
never gonna
great,
tell you your opinion's wrong, though.
if you had this great fire performance, that's gonna come through on the playback too, though. If you're in this pocket and you're killing it with the rat, you know, it's like, it's not gonna be like, oh well, now that we saw, oh, on the playback it's not hitting now. You know what I mean? It's still gonna be there. So
Right, right. Major. What if there was a tally kept throughout the Battle of Room Shakers? I don't. Yeah, that's tricky too,
but that's
especially because
judging by
like
moments, though. It's like, oh, you had these moments. What if someone's round is like De Niro was saying, if the whole round is like a point and it's going
right,
at someone, it's direct, it's breaking down stuff that, you know, is like direct to them, and then like you're doing an angle, and then it all leads up to like a punch. Just because there's not as many room shakers in it, does that mean it's like not as good of a round?
right, right. It
Especially if their stuff is like, it's a room shaker, but it's like it could have been said to anyone, and the other person is like breaking the person down. You know what I mean? Like,
clip. I that's part of being a good writer. You must right, but no matter how much you adjust, there's just some people out there who just need more time. But again, okay, going back to Clip's point, if if the judges were good enough judges, absolutely it can be judged off first watch, because someone like me judging it, I would catch the bars in the moment. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
definitely.
wouldn't need to watch it back. So but for a lot of people, I feel like they do need to watch it back. But it may do a disservice for the person who was the better performer. Judging is just a tricky thing in general. But hold on, we'll get back to that in a second. I just want to say this. Deb said the moment the crowd went crazy when Goods took off his shirt against Cassie is when I knew battle rap is done. Facts. That
Yeah,
was
facts.
wild, yo. That
Yo,
was
someone just had a bar in a
Bruce.
battle.
Salute.
I'm trying to remember. They were like, yo, the room about to go crazy, like a battle rapper removed their coat or something. And it's like, and then the person did take their coat off and they're like, yeah. It's like, what? Why we start cheering for men removing clothing? Like, this is nuts, bro.
No, Clip, I got you. I know you're not.
No, this is what
I'm
it's
trying to
about,
figure
bro.
it out
This is
with
what it's
you.
all about.
Yeah, bro, exactly. This is what it's all about. I'm trying to figure it out with y'all. Like, that's why it's good to have y'all in here, because we don't know the answer. We're not up here. We don't know the answer to
Yeah,
this.
we're not against you and like, no, Clip, you're right. Like, I
Yeah,
brought
nah,
it up
it's
because I'm like on the fence about it. I'm like, well,
right.
I know I could if I turn my performance up, like I could probably win in the room over a lot of people. But it's like, is that, you know, like, is that the right way to do it? Or, you know, it's just because someone's more intricate, maybe they don't deliver the same, you know, maybe they have a more laid back style and some of the wordplay is like, you know, kind of hidden in there or something.
Right, because not everybody performs the same, you know. That's why, see, and that's why battle rap is tricky to judge too, because everybody has different preferences. So I think you have to have 7 judges.
Yeah, there's got to be, there definitely more than 3. I don't like 3 judges. That's
No,
like,
because
that's
if
not
you
enough.
have 3 judges who all think the same and all like the same shit, like it, I don't know. But yeah, judging is the hardest part in battle rap. And the crazy thing is, like, back in the day, it really wasn't. Like, it was, they picked the winner, and like the loser might be a little upset, but like I don't know. It was. I feel like if they tried to judge battles now, it would be a complete, like URL battles and stuff. It'd be a completely different story. But if battle rap was big enough or successful enough, I'd be cool with people whose specific job is to judge battles, like referees. But then again, would become compromised. Just in facts, Clip, facts. Like,
Yeah, like
that
sports
would be,
betting and shit. Yeah.
yeah, that would be dope if we had judges like that who their specific job was to judge.
But we got people getting compromised over chrome jackets, so it's like,
right,
you know what I mean? Of course,
right.
that
We
someone's
got
gonna be
people
able to.
getting compromised by Yo-Yo. Like,
Yeah, bro.
come on.
So
Like, what do we do? Like, so nah, I'm with you, Clip. Like, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. Like, everything you're saying, I'm just trying to kind of play devil's advocate and just trying to figure out what would be the best way to judge, you know? And because the more I go back and forth with my mind or back and forth with what other people are saying, that's usually when I'm able to, you know, figure out the answer to what I'm looking for. Um, but yeah, that was a good question. If
because I
anybody
feel
else,
like I'd be a good judge. I know you're a good judge. You know, there's like certain
right,
people that's like, I know how to judge a battle, but I don't know everyone else's like criteria for judging a battle, basically.
right. Well, that's the thing. Like, because it's so much based off preference that, you know, nobody really has like a structure when it comes to judging. You know, everybody judges differently, and that's the other thing too. Like, I noticed some people were judging with like a point system. Some people were judging just based off of. And here's another thing I'm gonna say about judging. If you are judging a battle, right, do not write down bars. You don't need to quote them at the end. You don't have to. If you are writing down bars, you're
You're
missing
missing the
bars
other
because
bars.
there's
Yeah.
no fucking way you can focus on writing something down, a bar you just heard, and still fully listen to the next bars that's being said. So if you're a
Fact.
judge who does that, stop doing that. You're doing the battler a disservice.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you
like
have a
that
bad
shit.
memory and you can't remember the bars off, because that's like me. I can't quote bars right after a battle, but it's only because my memory sucks. But I know who I had winning what rounds at the end of the battle.
And especially if they're like on camera, looking down, writing in a notepad, it's like now you're distracting viewers too, because they're like fucking, you know,
Right.
it's like
Exactly. Yeah. Right, Pablo. You're exactly right about that. And Major, yeah, dudes be having a verbatim bars. So if you're writing it verbatim, that means you're definitely missing the next bars. Like,
the
you're
next like
writing it
3 to 4
word for
bars
word.
because you were writing that one down. When it's like we all heard it, bro. Like
Right. We don't need you to. That was like an issue I had with Battle Rap Fanatic and a couple other the judges. Like,
the nameless 2.0 judging system or
yeah,
whatever.
like, bro,
Yeah,
I don't need you to break down every fucking bar. We heard it. We know which bars was dope. We don't need you to tell us which bars were dope. Like, I don't even agree with half the bars you said. But anyway,
right,
like,
right.
but there's just no point writing it down. Just remember, if you have to like fucking draw like a little line or something when you have and do it by that way, like who had the most dope bars that you liked or
Yeah,
whatever.
like a tally, like you said, or even
Just like
just
a
like write
tally.
down the last word to remind yourself what the bar was or something. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
People
Or
be in
just
their notes app on their phone writing the whole battle, and it's like you're not even watching what he's doing.
right. Yeah, that shit's not it, man. You're never gonna be able to judge a battle properly doing some shit like that. So, and then like I've seen judges do that and then say like, oh, you had this bar, but then you know you didn't really have much because you didn't fucking hear it because you were fucking writing that one down. You know?
Facts, bro. Facts.
So, you know, yeah, I watch Smoke. I don't really watch BA though, but I watch Smoke. He does do good breakdowns for sure. But yeah, that's one thing like we're gonna start doing too is we're gonna pick bars out from like virtual battles, from songs, from big stage battles, all that stuff, and we're gonna say the bars, find out whether people think it's dope or not. Then we're gonna tell you who said it, break it down, tell you why it's either dope or whack, and then you guys can debate with us whether.
Okay, that's a great segue. So
Okay.
this bar right here. Okay,
Okay, here we go. See, I
this,
told y'all Pablo would be the perfect code. Let's go. We
yeah.
got that
So
right.
this bar right here, it's I get Adam family, Uncle Festa, Chester, the cat flame, hot as the bag Cheeto, the swag Frito Lay, Bitch dudes, we drag heroes. The
I know
Grand
exactly who that
Cheeto,
is. Good.
it's all rap. The dog snap like a mad beagle. We smash Beetle because I'm the Lord of the Rings like the last Smeagol.
Yep, I know exactly who said that shit. I know exactly who said that shit. Does
That one
anybody
might be
else?
an easy one. But
Does
is that
anybody?
fire
Does,
or is that trash?
that terrible. Thank you, 702. Terrible. Some of the words in there aren't even words.
Yeah,
The
Grand Cheeto smash Beetle.
yeah, what Beetle? What's Beetle?
There was more. It leads up to
Or was
put
he
this
saying veal? Like, but
smash Heedle. Heedle. I don't know if he's saying
oh
heel
my,
or Heedle,
oh
but
my god.
there's more. It goes into put this jackass's face on his back. That's Steve-O.
Yep.
Something to wreck like a crashed beagle. Or no,
Yeah.
like a crashed regal. The last C note, you keep it 100, like I'm past Debo.
Oh my god, that is fucking ass,
And
yo.
that's all the setup to
Yep.
one hand wave and iron fly in the air like Magneto.
Oh my.
That is Daylight versus Iron Solomon. That's
That
the
is
whole scheme.
100% daylight. Trash
And
sounds like Tyler Durden just said trash sounds
yeah,
like daylight.
facts.
Yep.
And
That
before
was
that, the
daylight.
line right before that, he said, this is, I don't know what he was trying to say. He said, I line up y'all mouths like the motion hush.
Oh,
Think,
we all know what that means.
yeah, exactly. You
Line up
line
your
up their
mouths.
mouths.
Oh my god, yo.
He
You'd be
said
at
he said,
Beanie's house.
I line up their mouths like the motion hush. Think ocean rush. I'm beyond honest.
Yo, this is y'all favorite. This is
Yeah, and
y'all
then he says,
man.
I got sickness, symptoms, something. Visibly I'm sinus. I swear to God, this is all in the same round of the same battle that people spaz for.
Right.
And then he has another setup where he's like, they put you against the black skeleton. You lack melanin. Something. I was like, black skeleton? What the fuck does that even mean?
Right.
And
Nah,
what is
major.
ocean rush? Think ocean rush. What does that mean?
Major, yeah, Bruce Lee was that people expect. Nah, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to like y'all, like the majority of the community. You know what I mean? Like that's most of y'all's favorites. Not you guys personally, but when he showed up dressed in Mirror's Facts, he lost it right then.
But what is hot? The cat flame hot as the bag Cheeto, the swag Frito Lay. Like,
I know that.
huh? The bag
Tyler Durden.
Cheeto.
Like, here's the thing with Daylight's pen though. Like I liked it for a little while too until I realized he was tricking me.
Yeah. What is smashed Heedle?
That's
I
really
smashed
how I
Heedle.
felt.
What?
But salute to you, Tyler, man, for real. But nah, man, like he has a great way of hiding the words that aren't words and the bars that don't make sense because they're said because he always ends it with like a fucking
Like a Magneto.
or whatever. Like
Yeah.
so like he makes people forget the dumb shit he just said.
Yeah, like the I line up the mouse like the motion hush. Think ocean rush. I'm beyond honest. And then he said like visit symptoms sick visibly I'm sinus. And then
Yeah,
that was all
yeah.
to lead to he goes because this battle mentally I trained for the kid. I'm Thomas.
Oh my god. What? That is I could think of a fire Thomas the Train bar right now.
And
That was not it.
and that's the bar that goes into the next line after that is I get Adam family, Uncle Festa, Chester, the cat flame hot as the bag Cheeto, the swag Frito Lay. We drag bitch dudes, we drag hero, the Grand Cheeto. I'm like, I don't know what the Grand Cheeto is, but okay. All right, the dog snapped like a mad beagle. Like, bro.
This is what we're talking about. This is the type of shit that cannot be accepted in battle rap. Like, we here's the thing. Like, we gotta watch Daylight's battles at like half speed and really
Fact.
listen to what he's saying. And I promise you, even that Chilla Jones battle, you will have a completely different outlook on Daylight. Because that Chilla Jones battle, that's the one that everyone's like, oh, it was so amazing. That Mortal Kombat scheme he did was super long and super trash.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then like he's like, well, every time I said it twice, that's because I was saying a character from Mortal Kombat 2. And when I said it once, I was saying a character from he's lying. Maybe that's what he was trying to do. But when I went back and watched it, no, he definitely said okay for a character that didn't show up until the third one. So
Facts. So you
so
know what's funny? So literally
absolutely hazy.
I just saw a thing drop. So Ilmac, I guess, just battled this dude Vega. And it was
Really?
funny because literally what we were talking about in another, I was like a couple streams ago, we were talking about like, so if you battle a dude named Kano, Mortal Kombat bars, I literally
Right.
was gonna say if I battled a dude named Vega Blanca, like, so he battles a dude named Vega and obviously has a Street Fighter line.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and it was
What
fire. He's
did
like,
that
oh,
battle
something.
drop?
I don't know if it's out. I think it's on like Rap Grid or something, like
Oh, okay.
for some money. But they did like a preview of it or something. I don't know. I just
What
saw
was it
that
like
part.
what was it like a one-off for Ruin Your Day or some shit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That because for Ilmac shouldn't be taking a battle like that. So he clearly was doing Avo a favor or he owed Avo money or something.
Well, no, I think the guy is from. He's like Australian or something.
Oh, then
So
that's
the
probably
battle went
yeah,
down like out there, but they were like reviewing it on Ruin Your Day or something.
got you. Oh my god. Speaking of Ruin Your Day, I just saw they were reviewing a battle that happened in a cage. Like like the Emerson Kennedy shit where they wrapped in the cube. Like this is
Yeah.
a cage, like a very small cage. I'm not getting in a cage with another man unless it's to fight. You know what I mean?
Facts,
But
bro.
even then, I
What?
want to be in a cage with another dude. Like what? Clip said. Clip said, "You got low self-esteem. That's half ego. Grab eagles and send you high enough to grab eagles. P Black is an ass beetle, giving trans people reach arounds until his hand wrinkles."
See, but most of those are better than.
Shout
Wait,
out
but
P Black.
on the Lord of the Rings, like the last Smeagol.
Yeah,
So
Clip. That
who's
was
the
actually
next one?
dope.
Is he Smeagol?
Yeah,
Like the
like the
last
last
one? Like
Eagle. Like what?
you mean the only Smeagol?
Right, like the only. There's only Black Ice Cartel. Yep.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
be feeling that shit, man. It's like you said last just to make it rhyme, and it's like
Right.
the
Pablo
last
the
Smeagol.
God. I just noticed that.
You
Pablo the
didn't.
God.
Oh,
Um,
I told you at first I had it opted to take Crisis's delivery,
right,
and
right,
I
right.
changed. It was too long, so I just changed it.
Yeah, Tyler, what you're right. It was on Black Ice Cartel. I didn't see the battle yet. I just saw that Ruin Your Day was reviewing it, but I didn't watch it yet. But
Okay,
that's
so that's another good thing. The Black Ice Cartel with their edits, right, of the footage. Do you like that or no?
sometimes like I used to that they're the one that's John Doe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It in some battles I do like QP versus QP. I liked it in that battle. I get it just depends on the battle, I guess. Cause
Depends on the effect and where they put it and
right,
shit.
because like in my battle with Double, like I liked some of the effects and some of the stuff he put in, but I didn't like some of it was like unnecessary.
Yeah,
But
like a machete swing sound, like whooshing and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it can be dope if it's like done right. Too overused, like they would. I think Adept was just recently playing Sue Surf versus Daylight and like the Gladiator School shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Remember
That
that
was
shit?
wild. It's like,
Remember
dude,
that? Yep.
if you're gonna make it look like a video game, there's so much cool shit you could do with like the health bars and like it's like it
You
was
know,
like almost a good idea, but they did it like terribly.
Mm-hmm. You know why? Because Snoop let Daylight edit it because Daylight told him he's a, because Daylight, when I did the interview with Daylight back in 2010, he said that he had a production company that was under the Lionsgate umbrella. So like, he like films movies and stuff, and I believed him because all of his music videos and stuff all fucking super high quality. But why does that battle look like it was done on Windows 95?
Facts, bro. It looked terrible. Like
It
I didn't
looked. I
understand
don't know
that.
why Snoop did that. Like you're
Yeah, and it's
ruining.
like, bro, aren't you a millionaire? Like,
Right,
Jesus.
right. And then the rest of those battles. I mean, the funny thing is none of those battle rappers took that shit serious because they just went out there and partied and hung out with Snoop and then didn't get prepared. And there was only a couple battles that were actually worth watching.
Yeah.
These battlers, man. That's why this is where it's at over here. Like,
So we were talking about the Daylight shit, the terrible setups, right?
yep, yep.
So basically, I'm trying to get
If you
into.
do, Major, if you do, shoot me the link. You're allowed to do
Yeah.
that. You're allowed a couple IP addresses.
So do you think like a setup to a punch, do you think that has to be like correlated directly with what the punch is going to be? Because I see it like, especially nowadays, like I brought up before, the cha-cha slide punch. Before that, you're just like, watch I try. And it
Right,
has
right.
nothing to do with the punch itself. So
It's unacceptable to me.
yeah, the setup should always be related to the punch.
100% of the time. 100% of the time, your setup should not just be to rhyme with your punchline. It should be to set up your punchline because that's what it's for. If you look at it like you're a comedian writing a joke, you can't write a setup that doesn't make sense to the punchline.
Yeah, unless it's misdirection, which it's not.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're
So a
talking.
good example of that, I think, and I'm not even gonna use my own stuff. I'm gonna say from me and Clip's battle, what he did in the assassin beside you shit.
Mm,
Perfect. Perfect. The way um he brought it in, explained the story to those of people that didn't know.
painted a
Like,
picture of the surrounding.
yeah, like yo, shout out to Social Assassin. He was at this battle to hype you.
Yep,
From the second he explained it in a minimal amount of words for people that didn't know,
yep.
set up, that's why it's called the setup. He set up the scenario to all in 4 bars exactly. That's what I was going
Hmm.
to get to.
Yeah, we're
And in
saluting you,
minimal
but
time without having to. So if you don't know, he battled this other
right.
guy, and yeah, he had him there, and also like, there wasn't, in a minimal amount of time and a minimal amount of words from when he started with the setup to the punch in 4 bars. That is excellent fucking writing. That is how you
Facts.
do it.
That is how you paint a fucking picture. So for people, like, take notes on Picasso and Clip's battle from both of them, but like especially that example he just gave, like when you're trying to tell an audience about something about somebody that they have no idea about, you have to make sure that you paint the picture for them. And it doesn't have to take 12 bars. It doesn't have to take 8 bars.
No, it
You
should
just.
take the least amount of time as humanly
Right.
possible. Getting
And
from point A
also,
to point B in the shortest amount of time, the shortest amount of words.
correct. And also, what I want people to take from that is that the fact that it is not okay to have a setup for your punchline that does not make sense with your punchline. Because if I'm judging your battle, you will lose points for that
And
because it's lazy writing.
also he did it with the crickets the whole time. He's like, oh, the insects had to listen to those rhymes. Like,
He
yeah,
painted the whole thing like as if you were there, like you could see it. You know what I mean? Like,
fact.
because I wasn't there for that battle. I've seen the battle on camera, but like the way he painted it was perfect for anybody who wasn't there.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
explain
salute
it,
to you for
a
that.
scenario. Yeah, that was fire. And it's like you bring in something that, okay, most of these people probably aren't aware of this. So now you bring a subject in and you go, okay, this is the subject. You explain it without having to be too wordy. So, yeah, a couple years ago, he at this event, and this guy, he battled at this league, like, you know,
Yeah, you don't got to do all that.
bro, he did this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there was crickets, but, you know, fuck the insects, but crickets the whole time. Bang, you know, it's like, get to the fucking point.
The
Some of you,
way
like,
Flip did that, and the other bar with
assassin beside you. Yeah.
assassin beside you, perfect. That's perfect. That is perfect writing. That's a perfect way to write a setup and a punch. Like, absolutely. And sometimes it does take 3 bars to set up the punch, but make sure they make sense. Like I, I had this setup, right? I had this 3 bar setup to a punch, and it was iPhone 6 breaking, and it broke right before the battle. So I came up with this right before the battle, and I was like, I'm known to scrap when I throw fists. I fight down and dirty. Fuck the high road, bitch. I'm small but pack power like a microchip. When I drop you, your face crack like my iPhone 6. And I pulled my iPhone 6 out and showed everybody, hey, it's broken. Like, every bar before it was about, like, I'm known to scrap when I throw fists. I fight down and dirty. Fuck the high road, bitch. I'm small but pack power like a microchip. When I drop you, your face crack like my iPhone 6. It all leads up to the punch.
Yeah.
That is Maltese. That shit is fine. Thank you,
That's
mate.
like when I battled your boy D, right? And I had I said something like, since you a boy and your name is D, it's only fitting that I hit him with some ABCs. The front man in A major band. Cut the feedback. Your bars better be sharp, buddy. You best believe that. If I see minor slips, I'm a flip quick as a speed bag. King of pulling strings, so it's nothing for me to lay D flat.
Flat.
You
Fire.
know?
That
Like
shit was cold. Yeah, that shit was cold. That was Pablo's first battle. Yeah,
yeah,
Flip said
he
social
took a
bro.
rock and smashed it just so he could say LeBron.
Yeah, nah, facts, yo. Like nah, I did not facts. I didn't break it on purpose, but I was on the bus going to New York, and I was writing my round. I had to write a 5 to 7 minute one round. I think I wrote like 7 minutes. I mean 5 minutes, and I freestyled. But like, so I'm on the bus and I'm writing, and then I'm done writing, and I'm like, all right, I gotta memorize this shit. So I'm trying to memorize it. I got like an hour and a half left on the bus ride, and I get up to go to the bathroom. My phone's on my lap, and it hits the fucking ground. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I
So,
remember you hitting me up and like spitting me what you had, and you told
yeah,
me, "Yo, my phone just broke," and I was like,
yep,
"Yeah, use that in the back."
yeah, yeah. He's like, use that. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo. I'm like, what rhymes with iPhone 6? And I did because I'm an hour and a half away from the battle, right? I'm like, what rhymes with iPhone 6? And he was like,
Microchip.
microchip, and
Yeah,
I was like, I got it, yo, thank you, got it. Like it was dope. So like all I
but
knew
yo,
was
you had some other shit in that battle. I didn't even hear, and I don't think until the battle came out, even the that Miss Parker, Vince Carter,
I'll spit that
Schlitz
right now.
Lager
I'll
shit. Bro.
spit that right now. It was
Yeah,
like
that was fire.
it was like um shit. How does it start? The I'll have you cooked like burgers and fries by 5 guys, and they don't play with cats. So I hope you have 9 lives. See, I keep my blade sharp, but my wit's sharper. I'm a grizzly like Vince Carter. My bars are sick like Schlitz Lager. Your girl's known for raising my snake. That's a dick charmer. I fuck your girl while you at work. I call her Miss Parker. And then I walked right through the dude, like fucking bumped him
Yeah.
so hard, like walked right through.
Also, there's some random dude in like a Jason mask standing there on the beach. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was with me. Well, not with me, but he was there to support me. But twice I went out to New York by myself. Like
Yeah, bro.
On some crazy shit. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, we go out into these places that it's like walk straight into the Lions Den, the whole crowd either don't know you or is against you. And it's like, if you never been through that as a performer, it's like,
it's
bro.
a whole different situation. And both times I went to New York, I didn't have a place to sleep that night. I had to figure it out when I got there. It was crazy.
Oh, facts. That's the other thing. It's not like, yeah, you're traveling there, but it's not like you don't even have a place to stay. So
Right.
it's like,
Right. It was
yeah.
wild because I missed my bus back both times. So it was I had to figure it out, but I figured it out. But yeah, exactly, Major. He didn't play there very long, but he was playing there when I did that battle. So luckily, or no, you know what's funny? He had just got traded when I wrote that bar. It was like a couple days after he got traded, and I almost didn't use it for that reason. And it's funny too because after the battle, someone said to me, "Vince Carter doesn't even play for them anymore." I'm like, "Well, when I wrote the bar, he did." So
Yeah, facts. That's
yeah,
like I had a
and
one
it
thing.
rhymed too well with the Schlitz Lager, Miss Park, like that. That shit was cold as hell, man. Like I said some shit before, like I'm a genius, but I'm lazy. There's a fine line. I got a divine mind like Einstein. I'm as dope as when Carter Deems gave Ilmac a high five. If y'all never seen Ilmac versus Carter Deems, what I'm referring to is it was around the time of Gnome 5 and Carter Deems was battling Ilmac and he's like, we should have been battling on Gnome 5. And then he said, hey, I always wanted to give a Gnome 5. And he put his hand up to give him a high five. And it was like a big moment in that side of battle rap for a while. So everybody caught the bar at the moment. People might not catch it now, but yeah, it's that I never say something that's not relevant or doesn't mean anything. Everything I write is meaningful for sure.
So what do you think's up with this, like when people say, oh, grind time, like this like negative connotation with grind
Yeah,
time?
like oh, grind time style. Like I kind of feel like people are saying like you're outdated almost. Like
Yeah,
I
like a
feel like that. What
like
or
Moss
like
Gelton or something. Like,
yeah, like you're outdated and you're white basically.
well, I just don't like, dude. Disaster. Even DNA, Cortez, Conceited, like they were all on grind time too. Like
Right. A lot of people were
Paulo the Don.
Arsenal, like a lot of people were on cute. All the Suns were, you know what I mean. All the Suns were on grind time. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's like when I see someone say like, oh, Pablo's got like a grind time style. Like when some people say it, I know they're saying it like in a positive way. But when other people say, like, if Adept were to say to you, you have a grind time style, he's saying it with respect because he
Yeah,
likes
because he watched it at the time. Like I feel
and
like we were all
that
watching it. Like
he,
that's what
he
battle
likes
rap
that
was
roasting
at
style.
that time. Smack wasn't around. Like
Right,
wh-
right. Smack. There was that gap between Smack DVD and URL.
yeah, and the scribble jams and shit. Like it's like that was they like brought battle rap back. So I
You're
don't
right.
know.
You're right, Clip. You're right. Nah, you're absolutely right.
No, no, not
There have been
everyone,
a
but you
couple
can hear
people.
you can
There,
hear it in someone's voice, like, "Oh, that grind time," like the way they say it. It's like, well,
right.
what does that mean? Like,
We've
I,
we've heard a couple people say it recently about Pablo's rounds against you, and it wasn't
well, even before that,
positive
I've heard
way.
that, even my other battles and shit. So just like,
But
I don't know. I don't care. Like, yo, if you don't fuck with my style, that's fine. I just don't. Just the overarching, like, what we're just gonna pretend like grind time was whack all the way through. Like,
right,
I
right,
know at the end, like you said, it was definitely quantity over quality. They were like letting anybody in, and then they
right.
try to do like bum fights type shit, and so it's like,
Yeah,
okay, bro, you fell way off. But
yeah.
at one point, they were putting out the most fire matchups, so it's like, I don't know. If someone's like, oh, you got like a KOTD style or something, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But just the way they say grind time, it's like,
I know.
oh no.
But some people do look at that as like You know, because like me, like I miss that style. So I like when I see people who have that type. And you know who has that type of style too? I feel like, or he could if he, you know, given the right time, is that new cat John who battled C double at the beginning of Never Forget 4. Like he has like a kind of a roasting style, and it's more of a grind time style, and I fuck with it. Clip said, I'm a newbie, so I discovered all the grind time battles after that KOT. Word. That's dope. But you fuck with the grind time battles. Yeah, yo, like, yeah, man. I got that app when it first came out. Not when it first came out, but I got it like a few months after it came out because there was one battle that I wanted to watch. And then I haven't paid for it since I couldn't.
Yeah, they double charged you, and I never paid for it. I was just using your account to watch certain battles.
Right, exactly.
I was like, I'm not paying for this, bro. No.
Facts.
I put enough money
Word.
into battle rap to support, and like, I was like, fuck them. I'm not buying this dumb fucking app.
Clip, yeah, me either. Fuck that. Especially after hearing they're charging people twice and shit. But Clip, you and I gonna talk behind the scenes because I got something in the works for a couple of y'all. So just hang
Oh,
tight.
so another point I was
Hang
gonna
tight.
say
I got
about, we were talking about the setups and stuff. Okay, so a term we hear a lot, right? People say filler. What
right.
does filler mean to you?
Filler to me is when you are not creative enough to write setups and you have to fill it up with a bunch of words that rhyme but don't mean anything.
But so if it's like
But
it's not the punch yet, but it's still like a dope metaphor or something, is that filler or no?
I mean, it could be considered filler, but like to me, if it's associated with the punchline, then it can't be filler. If it connects with your punch, it can't be filler.
A setup can't be filler.
No.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because when
Yeah.
people say filler, I think like, you're filling in the spots where you don't have anything.
Right.
So if
Right.
that's the setup to the punch, it's not filler. It's the setup. No filler, gang.
Correct. Yep. No filler, gang. Yeah. Exactly. No, I agree with you 100%. You know, I I think people who aren't talented enough to write good enough setups for their punches, those are the ones who write a lot of filler, you know.
Well, because
Or
I heard
it
like
comes from lack of preparation too.
in the clip battle when I got into that other stuff, like I will anesthetize you, then perform an appendectomy with a set of dental pliers. I heard some people like, oh, just random filler. Like,
Mm.
I
How?
don't agree with that. Unless do you know what anesthetize means? Do you know what
Right.
an appendectomy is? Like,
Right. If you
I
don't
don't.
know, don't comment on the bar. Like, go do your research before you comment on a bar and say it doesn't make sense or whatever, or it's filler. That's bullshit. Even
Yeah,
if it isn't a punch, as long as it's a key part of the setup, right? As long as it's a key part of, even if it's not the setup to the punch, or even if it's like a pre-setup, or just any part of the setup, it just can't be filler. You know what I mean? If you're now if you are just doing like a 8-bar multi scheme, like where you're just trying to show off your rapping skills, like a lot of people might consider that filler. I don't, because you're not trying to write a punchline. You're just showing off your rapping skills, which this is battle rap.
yeah,
So I
good
also need to
rapping.
show
So
you,
we're gonna call innovate stuff filler, where it's like, okay, this necessarily isn't like this isn't a punch or that, but it's filler. Like,
no, right. That's what I'm saying.
I
So
mean, essentially, like everything could be just filling. Like, yeah, exactly. I didn't
right,
actually like you, which we come on, we know that's not true.
right. But it was, yeah, exactly. I
No,
don't
I know
consider that
exactly though. Yeah.
I don't consider that filler either. clip because it had to do with the act with your opponent, and it had to do with what the point of what you were getting at. Absolutely.
So,
No, I don't
well,
think I've ever heard Clip use any filler.
so a good example, like after certain lines, like when I said the magazine stuck and it hasn't even budged, and then I would be like, "You whacker than fuck," to
Mhm.
like segue into the next line. That's like what Geechee does when he was like the machete twirl or something. It's like you just say a rhyme off of the last rhyme,
To
almost a
me, that's a
segue.
to me that's a segue because
Yeah,
and a lot of people use those to remember what the next bar is.
yeah. I'm not gonna
So
lie, it's what I was doing in this battle.
right, and people do. I've done it, but like I don't consider that filler as long as it's just one. As long as it's just a couple syllables, as long as it's not a whole bar or a couple bars, as long as you're just like like he says the punchline, fucking say cheese, fucking what you know what I mean. But
No,
then
I
you
know what
just
you
say like
mean.
one other word to like that rhymes with what you just said to then go into the next bar. And yes, like I said, I know a lot. I'm not even gonna say I think I know people do that to remember what the next bar is.
So,
Slim, salute, brother,
this is a good
salute.
example of a line I did actually in one of my like latest battles that like looking back on it, I was like, oh, I should have just took this line out in the middle. It was like um yo, this could have been a heavyweight classic like Bam Bam Invader, but he's more like RVD, 'cause every damn match this man is favored. 'Cause he relies on the fans' chairs like a Van Daminator. Like I could have
That
took
was that.
the
That's fire. Like,
yeah,
cause
but I could have just took the like I get it's relevant. Every match he's favored, just like RVD. Like it
right.
was like relevant, but you almost could just take that part out. I mean, like could have been a heavyweight classic like Bam Bam Invader, but he's more like RVD because he relies on the fan chairs like a Van Daminator.
So you could have said it to anybody pretty much if you just took out that one part, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, like like I said, like I still wouldn't consider that necessarily filler as long as it wasn't like a setup to a punch. If you're just rapping to showcase your rap skills and spitting dope bars, because again, this is battle rap. You still have to show that you can rap better. So like when I battle and stuff, I take time to like I separate my rounds. So like in one round it might be a lot more just rapping and telling you how much better I am than at rap than you. One round might be all jokes, and then one round's gonna be personals. Like that's kind of how I do my shit. So like, so if people want to call that filler, they can. But I'm gonna be rapping, but I'm still gonna be talking about you. But not necessarily everything is gonna be about you. There's also still just gonna be some fire punchlines because like for instance, I had this bar right. It was like um, I'm like Rocky crossed with Apollo. You feeling froggy? I will knock you out pronto. My right is like a night on the town. He'll be out till tomorrow. Like that could go to anybody, but I don't consider that filler. I just consider that a fire ass bar.
Yeah, I heard it before. No, I'm just
From
kidding.
from me, yeah, from
I
me.
know, I'm just playing.
Oh shit. What do y'all think about that bar? I love when I came up with that. He'll be out till tomorrow. My right is like a night on the town. He'll be out till tomorrow. I was like, damn, yo, I love that shit. I'm like Rocky cross with Apollo. You feeling froggy? I will knock you out pronto. My bars is like a night on the town. Now the setup could have definitely been better, but the punch was fire.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like we all have stuff like that. You look back and like,
but
oh,
again that's another instance where I wrote that bar on the way to the battle. You know what I mean? I literally wrote that on the way to the battle. So
yeah,
it's for the situation it was definitely dope. The right major, the simple but effective ones. Yep, that's one of those.
yeah. That's another thing. I feel like,
They're overlooked. Yep.
there's a term. It's called less is more, and I feel like
Right.
some people they think that they like the more words they have in a line, like just to like I don't know, more adjectives and more like cramming more words in doesn't always make something better.
No,
Like
no.
less is more.
Right.
Less is more. Just like in
Absolutely.
music, like
You don't know how many times like we'll be sitting there writing and Pablo will be like, yo, take this out. And I'm talking about not bars, not punches. I mean, not end rhymes or anything like that. I'm talking about like uh the
so or and
so
or
and
yeah.
but
I go, yo,
like you don't need that there. That's just
take
an
out want
unnecessary
and put
syllable.
need, because need actually rhymes with the thing before, and
Right,
it's the same,
right,
like stuff like that. But yo, you don't need the so there, like
right.
and then
Like
it brings the whole flow together, because it's like just like in music, how like you play one note, you don't jump right to the next note. There's like a pause, like you same. That's why they call them bars. A
right.
bar comes from like music terms,
Music
like a
no, yeah,
bar.
correct. Correct.
So it's like on one bar, there's like rest notes, there's a ghost note, there's a pause, then there's two back to back. It's like it's the same thing. Your voice is an instrument,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and that's
Absolutely.
another thing I feel like
There's so
as
many
per
different tones.
yes, as performers, I know everyone has their own unique voice. How you rap, it's like there's a certain pitch to your voice, but you should also understand that every way you deliver a letter, or it's all a note,
Right.
certain notes, and you can hit different notes with your voice, even if you're rapping.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
phonetically, sometimes when someone will be rapping something and just the note that they hit with the word, it's like the whole thing was dope. You were rapping dope. You were in a good pocket. You got aggressive on the punch, but you hit the wrong note with your voice phonetically. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's
Right.
like and you might not even be able to explain why, but you just know when you hear it, and you go, that it didn't hit like it could have.
Which is why some bars, no matter how dope it was written, if you don't deliver it right, it's not gonna come off right. And like you said, it's all in your vocal tone and the way you raise and lower your octaves and the way you push it out. um
And that comes sometimes like in
Hazy
your mind,
salute.
how you want to deliver it. It just comes out differently,
Right.
like
Yeah, yeah.
so.
Sometimes that just happens. Like it's happened to me so many times. Clip said I took 4 bars out of my first because I felt like it was filler. Also, I didn't want to have too many Tusabe bars. Right. And see,
Yeah.
Clip, that's the thing, bro. And like, here is what I respect a lot about Clip. Like, he's new to this shit, not just new to being a battler. He's fairly new to battle rap. Period. So for him to be where he's at lyrically and understanding certain concepts and certain things that he needs to do to make his material as potent as possible. Most of you guys don't understand that type of stuff. And Clip really, like De Niro, he's another, and Innovate, like Picasso, like they have high hip hop IQ. They have high rap IQs, high battle rap IQs. And I'm not talking about like knowing about battle rap. I'm talking about knowing about battle rapping. So I want to shout out Clip for that because it usually takes people longer to progress the way you did. Like I equate the way you've come into virtual battle rap kind of like Geechee's run when he came into battle rap. Like you just kept getting better and better and better, and more people were fucking with you, and it was like it's just now you know what I mean? Like and it's all because you took the time to learn and understand what you need to do and what you need to stay away from. And people like me who have been in this shit a long time, been not only a fan of this shit a long time, but been doing this shit a long time. And I know I can speak for Pablo with this too. Is we appreciate people like that, like Seizure too. He's another one. Like, we appreciate that shit because not enough people do it.
Absolutely. And like he's talking about too, I actually had, I had a bunch of sections that I like took out because even like bringing up the two, because I was like, oh, I just battled two and now I'm battling three.
Right.
Because like 3 round clip, which I was like, I didn't really want to do a lot of like 3 flips because it's like that's not his name, but it's like
Right. Right.
3 round clip if like. But I
Right.
just
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
like what we were just
Most people.
talking about. I felt like it took me too long to like explain it. Oh well, I just battled this kid. His name's 2 and his name's 3, so this is why it was like. It was too much. I couldn't find the right way to make it concise enough to get to a punch. So I was just like, just scrap it.
Yeah. Yeah. We have no problem scrapping bars because like and that's the other thing. Like, when you take out the stuff like that, it makes your other bars hit so much more. Like, when you watch Clip versus Picasso, there's not one. Neither of them take a bar off. Everything is dope. So it there's no filler, there's no bullshit. It's just straight to the point. Like, and that's we need more of that in battle rap, and that's why we don't need like 5 minute rounds. You know what I mean? I think like 3.5 minutes. I think that's like perfect rounds for battle rap because it gives you enough time to say everything you want to say, but it also leaves the fans wanting more. You're not
Facts. That's one
like,
thing I was very cognizant of in the battle is like, I didn't want to go like so long and it's like, oh, okay, where's your round gonna end? Like, if anything, I wanted to end more at 2:30 than like a 3 because like
I think at the end of that battle, people wanted to see more of you and Clip. Like,
that's what I was
I
trying
think
to do.
people wanted an OT on that shit. Like, I wanted a fucking OT on that shit.
Well, also I've been watching a lot of virtual battles the last couple of days, and
Yeah, yes.
some just like, and I'm not gonna like say any names. I'm not trying to like hate anyone, right? But just a
Some
lot of it just
whack.
felt like really long round. Especially, I get it's 1 rounders and stuff, but it's like one person's rapping for 7, 9 minutes, and
And
then the
it's
other
not
person
good.
9. It's like just do 3 rounds. Like this, it just felt too long.
That's my
You
thing
know?
too. If you're gonna fucking do a one rounder that's more than 5 minutes, just do a 3 rounder. I would rather do
Yeah,
three
three
two
two
minute
minute
three
rounds.
2 minute rounds than a 6 minute one rounder. It's ridiculous.
Facts. It's too
But
long.
I want to get to this before we get too far past it. But what going back to what Clip was saying about the two Sabe bars. Um, he said that. So this was one of the schemes he had. Like, that man really 30'd you. It was crazy to see it. Tusabe caught a body and made it look easy. If even if I gave you the third to make it look even, I'd still be saying 2-1, 2-1. Don't make me repeat it. That is fucking fire, Clip.
Yeah, that's fire.
You should
But
have used
come
that.
on, I won it.
But
Even if he didn't choke for a minute straight, which I don't know if they cut some of it down in the footage, but in the
they did.
building, it was
They
like
did.
2 minutes.
They cut it. They cut it down. I know they did.
Also, the round times were supposed to be 2:30s.
Clip, that was crazy, yo.
So when I showed up and he rapped 9 minutes in the first round, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I went first and did 2 minutes we were supposed to do,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he rapped for 9 minutes.
yeah.
So then I did another like 2:30, and then he had like 5 minutes. So that's why in the third I was like, all right, fuck it. I guess there's no time limit. I'm just gonna rap for 5 minutes.
Right, right.
Why that's the only round that's like, okay, it's more close because it's like, well, yeah, I only rap for 2 minutes. You rap for 9.
But see, like, this is what I'm talking about here. Like, Clip took out that, and
Yeah, that's fire. I like the
that
two one
shit
two
is
one. Yeah.
fire. But that just goes to show you like where his mind was at. Like, I have too many two Sabe bars already, so I'm gonna take this out
Yeah, and if
because the
someone else
other
didn't
ones he
see
had,
it, it's like, yeah, you
because
already,
no
you,
matter which one he took out, he would have had to have removed something dope because they were all dope.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that, I don't know, Clip. You probably should have used that in your third though. 'Cause your
Yeah,
third
right.
was a little short, and to be real with you, if you, well, it may, I don't know if it was, but it felt a little short.
Well,
But
because
I
my
feel like
third
if
was
you,
my longest, so that's I feel like it makes if his because he was saying his felt a little short anyway, but my third was my long. That was the one that was like three
well,
minutes.
I
So
feel like if Clip used that in his third, he might have edged you, bro.
yeah, that's all right. I had a lot of stuff I didn't use too, bro.
No, I know. Trust me, I heard it all. Well,
And
maybe
I
not
had
all of it,
some
but I heard
fire that I'm not saying like
salute
I
Clips.
took him light or anything like but I could win with just this. Like I wasn't trying to do that. It was just you know.
Yeah.
It was like short notice, I had to throw some shit together, but people are debating it, so it is what
No,
it is.
and people are debating it, and the more they watch it, the more they're debating it, and I love that because you two of y'all, like you, I said it the other day, or I said it today. The five people that I picked for the Marv track, those are my current five favorite virtual battlers. Maybe even five favorite battlers. Period. Right now, like
Yeah, so
you,
I because I've been watching, that was another thing I want to
I
say,
feel
like
you, Clip. I
the
feel you.
top 10 virtual battlers right now, I think.
Yeah, and
So
go ahead. Go
one
ahead.
number one is Innovate. I'm sorry. It just
No,
is.
one is innovate. One is
Yeah.
innovate. We all know that. We all know that.
Number two, I have Clip.
Okay.
I feel like where he's at right now, he's constantly progressing. He's good, like I said, great writing from the like segue, like opening part to the punch in minimal time. Like, and we saw a more aggressive Clip the last battle. I feel like he's just getting better and better. His rebuttal game, Fuego, like
Fact.
he's got all elements. He's like sharpening, even a little the jokey stuff, like still making it a hard punch while he's like roasting you. I
Right.
feel like Clip
He's
is
very good at balancing
yeah.
his
And then
shit.
the rap pockets, it's like some I'll pop the pussy off a principal. It's like prosecutors praying to put me in a prison suit. Like that shit
Right.
was
Right.
fire.
That shit was fire. That shit was fire.
I actually had like a whole section of like C like words. So like
Yeah,
oh
and a
close
lot of
quarter.
people do that, and a lot of times it's whack.
Yeah.
But if you do it right, it's dope as
Yeah,
fuck.
I didn't have a dope enough like ending part, so I didn't use it. Because it was gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, in close quarter, we're cross country like call centers,
All right. So who?
something like that. So number two is Clip.
Yeah.
Number three, who did I have? Number three.
Clip bumped seizure out of the number two
Yeah,
spot.
no. So this is my list, okay? And people don't get mad or offended. If your name's on the list, that means I think you don't. So,
And
but
just
yeah,
because it's not doesn't mean he doesn't think you're dope.
yeah, it's like I haven't seen enough either. So, yeah,
Right.
number one, Innovate. Number two, Clip. Number three, I think I had De Niro.
Okay.
Number four, I have Loso.
Yep. I dig that. I dig that. Loso's number six for me only because you're in my top. I shouldn't even put
Yeah,
you.
well, I'm not. This is me. I'm not putting myself on the list,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
But
But nah, Loso's one of them ones for sure.
yeah, exactly. Everyone's done that, but even Murder Mook just had an alphabet scheme and shit. So it's like,
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, it feels
Innovates
like.
is fire.
But
Um.
okay, so Loso, and then who was it? I was gonna say, Spasmatic. I think was the next one.
Yep. Spaz is fire.
Yeah, so that's what, five or six? I forget
That's
where I am.
five.
But yeah,
So
Spaz.
Spaz is in your top five.
He might be five or six. I forget.
Okay.
But he's up there. So it might not even be like these are 100% accurate. I'm just
But
saying
the
in
top,
general.
the first three were in order. We'll say
Yeah, yeah.
from a good.
So a Spaz. Then I have Seizure,
Okay.
and then who the fuck was after that? Damn it, I can't remember now. Seizure, Trado was on there.
Trado. Facts. We need to get Trado back, yo.
Yeah.
I would love to see you versus Trado. I think Innovate said that too.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
somebody said it. It might not have been Innovate, but someone said you versus Trado.
yeah, I think he's
It might have
fire.
been KB. Yo. I think KB said it on his birthday stream.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, God, my bad.
Oh, so yeah, Trado, and then Crisis. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
Crisis don't even
trolling.
count. He doesn't even respect battle rap, so
No, I know.
he's not even
Yo,
in.
there's a lot of C name battle. There's a Crisis, C no, C
He
O,
double.
yeah, C double, Seizure,
I
Clip,
hope
Corleone. I'm like, there's so
double.
many C's, bro. It's like,
I hope
Jesus.
C double's not in your top 10.
No.
He's got
I
some good
dude,
battles, but
I struggled coming up with 10, to be honest, because some of them are like, yeah, they're in the scene. Like, yeah, they're all right. I get like,
hold up, one
I don't
second.
know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's writing for Trey.
Is that because you're battling him? Please tell me that's why.
Right.
Please tell. Actually, I think KB said no. KB said me versus Trado, you versus Luke Kane, and me versus Trado. That's what
Oh,
he
right,
said.
right, right.
That's what he said.
Yo, Luke Kane is fucking garbage, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta battle him, for what he said.
Oh, all right, I guess.
That he did, but nah, he's got a little bit of a following too, yo. But Clip, let me know. Are you battling Trado, yo? Because that would be insane. Pablo, you got to get on that March card.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it depends. It depends, you know.
if it's like the end of March, because like it's our well, yeah. If it's like close, like mid March, end of March, you'd have like over a month. So we
Yeah,
live
I
in
don't
close.
want to rush to take another battle just to force myself to come up with stuff
Well,
to, you know.
KB said he's willing to put bread up for you for March for Luke Kane. So I think we should do it, and I won't even take my 10%. Do I ever though?
I mean, no, not really.
Nah, whatever we make off the music goes back into the music, and whatever.
Yeah.
Look, yo, whatever y'all ever donate to my Cash App, everything is being put aside and is going to be going towards a dope setup for this show and for other segments of my show. And I'm gonna start camming up. I might have a mask on, I might not. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. So that's what that money is gonna go into. So if y'all want to support the channel in that way, and help build the setup, you can donate to the Cash App. It's Social Assassin 47. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. I just lost a fuck ton of money on an investment, and also just bought a new car, so so it'll help. But but yeah, man. So all right, so you were at number 6, I think you said Seizure.
No, then I said Trado.
Oh yeah, then
And,
Trado. Yep, facts. Let's go.
7. I think it was like 8 or 9 or something. But I mean,
That
from there it's
Trado is
hard. I
7.
guess like
So yeah, 8.
I don't know, Teeksta or like Rio. I guess got to be up
Rio.
there.
See, Rio has some battles where you watch and you're like, oh, he's definitely one of the best. But then other battles, you're like, Rio, why'd you do that? Like that's Rio. So like, I agree. Rio's definitely in my top 10, but he's definitely closer to like the number 10 spot.
Yeah. Well, I feel like people could say the same about me. Like I feel like
Well, you've only had one battle that most people have seen, so
yeah, but I don't think I like showed the levels I could go to though either. So if they're judging just off that one, it's like I don't know.
definitely check out his other battles. Pablo Picasso verse, and most of his battles it's spelt without the K, and some of them only with one S. But if you just type in Pablo Picasso verse, and then you might have to type in like battle rap or something, but it'll come up for sure.
Type in either 413 or homegrown,
Yeah, type in
and those
Pablo
will come up.
Picasso homegrown or 413, and all the battles will pop up. So Teeksta at number 8. So two more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From there, just be like Rio, maybe
Yeah.
Abysmal. Like I don't know. Everyone, honestly, everyone else, it's like
When it
I
gets
don't
to
even
that point.
almost feel like they don't even deserve to be on the list. Like no hate. It's just
Ooh.
like I don't know. Maybe I'll put myself there, I guess, because
Oh
these
shit.
like I feel like from what I've seen, like no, I would definitely belong up there before they do.
Yo,
So.
you have your right to feel the way you. What about D Money?
Oh, okay. Demon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's one I forgot.
You
So
didn't
he
even
was
say D
the
Money. He's got to
number
be.
7 or something.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna
After
say.
seizure, I had D Money. That's what it was.
Okay,
I
there
was.
we go. I was gonna say, wait, you ain't say
Yeah,
D
yeah,
Money.
yeah.
Speaking of which, yo, everybody go to fucking battle academies. They 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 posted on their community tab a post that said some bullshit about like, oh, go cop our VOD. All the battles are on there. So I went in the comments to type, no, they're fucking not. Whatever. Da, da, da. I think I wrote like, y'all are wrong for not putting D Money's battle on the pay per view. I'm not. I can't support just off that. But when I went in there, C Double had already commented, and that was the only comment in there. So I commented, and then I shared it and told people to flood it. And then I went back to it, and I saw Clip had commented. I saw Legend had a few other people had commented, so I'm glad. Like every single comment on that post is where's the D Money battle.
Good. See, but that's the good thing. As much as we can just roast each other. We can, but as
We need
long
to
as like,
support each other.
yeah, when it comes to shit like that, we all come together and ride. It's like
That's right.
that.
D Money and I have had our differences, but the way I look at it is, look, man, we're in this community together. We're trying to push this shit forward, and I fuck with D Money, so when some shit like that happens, yo, like that reminds me of when me and you battled at the Grind Time event, and they
Put the camera
put the
away.
camera
Yeah.
away and didn't even film our fucking battle. Like that
Yeah,
shit was
before they even heard a word of what we were gonna
before
rap.
they
They took
even
one
heard.
look at us and said, "Nah, these dudes got to be whack."
We
Like
didn't
what?
even rap yet, yo. We didn't even rap. We walked up on the stage and they fucking. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's us against them. Facts, facts. And I'm a ride like that. And, if D Money doesn't feel the same way, that's fine. But I'm always still going to support him because I just feel like he's dope and he's put a lot into this community, and he does a lot for this community, and he tries to push it forward. So, and he tries to bring in new talent. So D Money's definitely got my respect. And when there's an issue, like I posted on my community tab the other day, when there's an issue, this motherfucker doesn't run to the police like Sphinx. He doesn't ramble on about it for weeks. He'll address it and he'll move on, or he'll laugh about it and move on. Like he's like Samson Simpson did a clip of him picking his nose. Like he laughed that off. Like he was a good sport about it. So D Money got my respect, and
Yeah,
we're gonna
definitely.
support each other all the way through
I
this
can't
shit.
imagine like
We
like
can beef in house, exactly.
yeah,
My
I
bad.
can't imagine like my battle with Clip or like I called the police and say, "Oh, he said he was gonna leave blood on my wall, Paul." Like what, bro? That's insane.
Right? Nah, yo. This is war when it comes to stuff like that. Like now, my question is, and D Money doesn't have to answer this, but like sometimes when you're a lower talent, not that he's work, I'm not saying like talent wise, but when you're a lesser name, I should say, right? Sometimes small leagues like Battle Academy charge you to actually battle on the card. So I'm wondering if D Money had to pay to get on the card, because if so, that makes it even more fucked up that they didn't put his battle on the pay per view.
Yeah, that's crazy.
you know. But either way, it's fucked up. But right clip, when it's our block versus their block, we unite. That's just how we roll, yo. Like it's and that's how I always am, man. Like until somebody wrongs me, and you only get to wrong me one time. I don't give people second chances anymore. So you only get to wrong me one time. But until then, and I rock with you, we're a team, and we're gonna unite, and we're gonna get this shit where it needs to be. You did get the pay-per-view, Major? Damn, yo. That's bullshit. See, and I'm sure, like, I guarantee you there are people in our community that paid for that pay-per-view just to see D Money's battle on it. And I had planned on getting the VOD to watch when I had some time. But I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, we ain't supporting that foolishness.
No, yo,
Come on, man.
especially if he had to pay to get on the card, like then it's like you're making money off of his fans, you know, because I guarantee you at least like maybe not a lot of people, but like even if we go as small as 10 people, 5 people even, you know, paid for your pay-per-view just because of D Money, and then his battle's not even on there.
Yeah, that's some like RB shit. No, like
Yeah.
not getting mad at some. Don't say you're backing out because we want people to still buy it, thinking you're battling and shit
That
like that.
is the worst fucking part, yo.
Yeah,
Is they don't tell you till last. Sometimes they won't even tell you until like during the event when the battle's. But like if it's a co-main event, they'll wait till after all the other battles and be like, "Oh, so and so's not here. We couldn't make it. This battle's gonna be rescheduled." Like I've definitely seen them do that type of shit too. So I know URL's done that. But it does say when you buy your tickets and your pay-per-views, cards subject to change.
yeah, that's
So,
true.
so one thing I wanted to bring up about was about the JC versus J2 battle, right? So I watched the JC post battle interview, right, with hip hop
Hmm.
with hip hop. Yeah, so what he said was the first round he talked about like um basically how it's wrong, like nobody was born that way. You can't tell me you desired anything you know what I mean, before you desired a woman, like you like accept your mama's titty, like and that's facts, like. But
Right.
he was saying a lot of shit. I was like, damn, I'm glad he was saying. And he goes, but I did that in my first round. He's like, because people are gonna live their lives, and I let people live their lives. Like Dwayne Wade, you can't convince that man he has 2 sons. Blah blah blah. So it's like almost like he did. So he in the first round he spoke how he supposedly really feels, because we've seen tweets of him talk about this, so we think he feels that way. But then in the second and third round, you just are just rapping. Like you could have definitely used all 3 rounds to make a way more impactful statement, or at least 2 of the rounds. But y'all got to watch that post battle interview, because it rubbed me the wrong way, man.
Yeah,
And
I didn't see the battle yet
like
either,
me
but
me either. But I'm glad he did bring it up, period. But I don't think he brought it up enough. And in the interview, when he's saying it, and he's saying like like we can't be pushing this on our kids and da da da. He's saying some real shit, and he says like um like back in the day, like that was considered a mental illness. Like people were not born that way. That was his whole point he was trying to get at, right? And not to push it on kids, which is great. I love that. But that should have been your whole point the whole time, because there are so many issues that he could have addressed and talked about. But
Yeah, I feel
Salute,
you.
Clip, salute. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's only gonna get better. We're gonna have a theme song next week. It's only gonna get better. This was just the first one, just feeling it out. It's only gonna get better. But thank you, brother. We're probably gonna end here in about 20 minutes. So but thank you. Appreciate you being here as always. Clip is a real one, bro. I fuck with Clip.
Facts.
Clip. Speaking of, Clip said exactly. I don't watch Battle Academy. I'm not even subbed, but they were gonna get my view and comment specifically for D Money. If it wasn't for money, they wouldn't get my traffic.
If
Exactly.
it wasn't for the money.
Right. You wouldn't get my money, motherfucker. You wouldn't get me money if it wasn't for D.
Me money. Yo, that's some daylight type shit.
That is some
You wouldn't get
daylight
me
type shit.
money.
Oh man.
Yo, the bag Cheeto is crazy, bro.
That is fucking crazy. I think some weeks we should start like at like 5 or 5:30, so we have a little more time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's fine.
Because like I would love to go past 8, but I can't because I have to be up at 2 in the morning. But
Nah, I feel you.
but yeah, we can definitely get it started a little earlier because like 2 hours just it sounds like a lot of time, but it's really not when you're talking about hip
Yeah,
hop.
we're getting into topics and shit. I would say because I had a certain battle I was gonna bring up,
Go
but
ahead. We got 20 minutes.
all right. Well, because then I had another. Yeah, all right, whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So, Shoddy Hara versus Arsenal 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have winning that battle?
Shawty horror.
And so I know a lot of people have Arsenal winning that battle.
Most people have Arsenal winning that battle.
So that's another one that you go back to, like more intricate lyrics versus good rapping presence, like. But also in that battle, he brings up Shoddy Har's like dead uncle or whatever.
Right.
Do you think that's like whack, or is that like?
I thought, okay, here's what I think about that. I wouldn't do it in any situation, but here's the thing. They had no real beef, and he knows that Shoddy Horror doesn't like people speak because his uncle was like a dad to him. So like Arsenal knew that, and at the time it was like the peak of people hyping Arsenal up as the most disrespectful, right? So I think he only said it out of pure disrespect, and honestly, I think he regrets it. I think he wished he didn't say it. Just like Real Deal wishes he didn't say that a cancer thing to Awkwards. You know what I mean? But now, do I take points away from him for saying it? Not really, because it was Arsenal. You know what I mean? That's just what he did. I expected it. But I do feel like, especially at the time, Arsenal's talented enough to not have to do that. And like I said, they had no beef. They had no. There was nothing. They were actually cordial. They were actually hanging out before the event. They were, you know what I mean? They were hanging out like for a few days before the shit when Arsenal first got there. So I don't know. I feel like he could have left that out. I don't think it would have. I don't think him taking that out would have really affected the views.
Yeah. Do you think there's a quote unquote line in battle rap that people shouldn't cross, or?
Um, I I don't. I don't think there's a line. I think people need to understand that sometimes people are gonna say things that you don't like, and you need to have tough enough skin to handle it. Now, I'm gonna say this. I personally wouldn't do it. Now, in Clip's situation against WFN Jackpot, it was a defensive thing, so I understand it. But I will say this, in my second battle ever, so my best friend Bo, since third grade, passed away when he was 24, and So his name was Bo, spelled Beau. The kid said, be you're something BAU. I'll kick over his casket and piss on his ashes. Now this kid was absolute trash. That was probably the best bar he said. But in the
Yeah, I didn't even
moment,
catch it in the
in the
building. I didn't even
moment,
know he
yeah,
said that.
none of us caught it. In the moment, none of us caught it because he said BAU, and so I it did, and I'm sitting there trying to remember my next round because it's only my second battle. I wrote the shit on the way down there, so like I wasn't prepared. Um, so I wasn't even paying attention. But what I will say is, like, now in a battle, I wouldn't even after like my third battle, I would have took it, with a grain of salt. In that battle, if I had heard what he actually said, I would have beat the dog shit out of him. But I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying in that moment, that's how I would have felt. Um, but no, I don't think there's a line. I think if you are a battle rapper and you're gonna battle in person, you need to be mentally prepared to take pause whatever your opponent has for you.
So I agree with you 100%. But what about, we see people say all the time, like, oh, he should have swung on him. He should have, and them not doing that is almost like oh, now your like manhood is in question because you didn't swing on this person right
I
then and
agree with
there.
that. I don't like so I have a good example for that. So Goods, right? When he hit Jim's, right?
Yeah.
He didn't really hear what Jim said because Jim's didn't say anything about his daughter. Jim's said, you said that, and Good said, on my daughter I didn't say that, and Jim's was like, you did say that.
He said, now you lying on your daughter.
Now you're lying
Yeah.
on your daughter. But it's like, you were though, because you did say that. So
Facts.
so but like he didn't say anything bad about your daughter. So like I think Goods was 100% wrong for doing that. Now Mook, I kind of feel like I might have punched Briz too. And not just because of what he said, but also because he was hanging all over him and doing all this weird shit, crawling around and like circling around me while I'm trying, like, just weirdo shit. Like, I probably would have punched Briz too. But no, but let me get back to what you were saying about people's manhoods, right? Now, this is a business, right? This is a business.
Well, right. That's why I bring it up, because it's like a lot of people, it's like a lose-lose. If you try to keep it respectful and you're like, oh, I don't want to fuck up now we won't be able to get this venue again. Now
Won't
this whole league is
the
gonna
the
be
the
looked
rest
down upon.
the rest of the battles won't be able to happen, and that's the thing. So like,
Now you're messing with other people's money and
say
shit, like
right. So
over your
say
ego
somebody's
because you couldn't take a line.
yep. So say someone says something, right? And they don't, and the person doesn't swing, and people are like, oh, that person's a bitch, he should have swung on him for saying that, da, 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 right? Now rewind. Dude does now let me go. This is the third battle of the event. There's still three more battles, right? dude should dude should have hit him, he's a bitch, da da da, fucking whatever, fake gangster, this and that, right? Rewind. Now happens again. Dude hits him. Oh man, you fucked up the event. I paid money to see this battle, the main event. Now I'm not gonna get to see it. You fucked up the whole event. So either, like you said, it's a lose lose for
Yeah.
the
Oh,
guy.
he couldn't keep his emotions in check.
He
Battle
couldn't keep
rapping
his
for
emotion.
you, bro. If you can't handle what people got to say, this ain't for you. Like,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, depending on who you are, and it's like that you can't win in this situation. You either do nothing and you get low pesci,
Right. I was
and
just gonna say that.
I mean that one's a little different, I guess, but it's like,
Well, the thing with Low Pesci, right? Um, what Daylight did, he should have been blackballed from battle rap for what he did. That he sexually assaulted the man,
yeah, facts.
right? He should have been
He
blackballed.
blackballed Lopez,
Low
so he should have
Pesci,
been blackballed.
right?
Facts.
Facts, bars. But you know, Low Pesci, some people don't like him. Low Pesci is a great talent in battle rap, and he's one of the great. He's in the top 3 greatest battle rappers to come out of Canada. Him, Pat Stay, and Bender, no fucking question. Then you got Kid Twist and Osa. That's my 5, I think, right? But um, shit, I lost my train of thought because I said that. But
Low
uh,
Pesci.
so Low Pesci, right now, in that situation, I don't think Low Pesci was getting paid that much for that battle. So I think I think, and like, he didn't just say something to you. He put his hands on you, and he put his hands on you that had ball sweat on it. So at that point, you need to swing. He just assaulted you. You need to swing. And if they lose the venue and they lose supporters or they lose investors, it's Daylight's fault. He initiated contact.
So what about like pocket checking and like, people getting all poking your chest and shit like that?
I don't like that either. I don't think it's verbal warfare. We shouldn't be touching each other.
Yeah, people going crazy for shoulder bumps and shit. It's
Right.
like,
That's
what
not a
is this?
bar. Like
Is this the
you can
slap?
call that performance, but that's just because you lack performance.
Yeah,
So you have
100%.
to do shit like that. I don't like the touching. Don't fucking touch me.
And I feel like these are people that it's like you would not do that outside of a battle. So why are you doing it now?
Right. You would not fucking bump me like that or tap my pockets outside of a fucking battle. Like, now, when the first time Shotgun Suge did it, that's a moment in battle rap. But after that, now you're just putting your hands too close to a man's dick. And for what? You know, like, but the poking in the chest, and I'm not, the pocket tap doesn't even bother me. So the poking in the chest, the fucking, the bumping me with your shoulder while your fucking mouth is touching my ear so I can feel your fucking breath on my, like, I don't like, this is verbal warfare. You don't need to touch me to like, we're here to show who's the better rapper, who can assassinate the other one's character better.
Yeah,
And of
stand
course,
5 feet away. Get the fuck out of my face. Stop
right,
trying to give me whatever diseases you got and fucking
right.
whisper sweet nothings in my ear and shit. Like, back the fuck off, bro.
Yeah, and of course performance matters, but you can perform without touching your
Yeah,
opponent.
perform over there,
Right,
not over
right,
here.
right. I'll stand back and I'll give you the whole stage. Like, you know what I mean? Just don't fucking get that close. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And I don't even mind like the getting mad close, and like, it's a little gay, but like, but I don't even mind that. Just don't fucking touch me, you know? Major said, yeah, when it's good to a good talk, 2 hours, 5 hours. That's a fact.
Well, I mean, people, they've gotten in my face and shit, and it's like, I always like turn my head to like put my ear to them. Like, okay,
Right.
yeah, you rap to
I
my
do
ear.
too.
Don't be getting close to my lips, bro. Like,
And
your
when
lips are getting close to my, like, this ain't happening. Like,
Yeah, and when I would get close to people in a battle like that, I would get close to their ear, but not close enough to where they can feel my breath on it. But you know what I mean? But I would do that. I'm not rapping that close to your mouth and shit. Like, I'm gonna, plus I want you to fucking hear me. Major said the pure disrespect angles isn't for me. It doesn't add anything to a bar for a round. It
yeah, if there's,
depends.
like you said, there's no real animosity there. The other person, you were just dapping it up and laughing
Right.
just to get on stage and be like, you have a family member who has this disease, and everyone's like,
Right.
oh my
That type of
god. It's like,
disrespect
what,
I
dude? That
don't
was
fuck with.
fucking dumb.
But if it's a good disrespect angle against the opponent you have genuine animosity towards, then it could have some impact.
Yeah, if you do it to someone like Arsenal, who's known for doing that type of shit, like,
like Caustic did an amazing job against Arsenal of being super disrespectful. That's the objective. I
Yeah,
agree.
he called him a moolie, didn't he?
Yeah, yo, I was
That's
there for that.
crazy, yo.
I was there for that. You can literally see me in the video. Like, and most of the Massacre 1 battles, you might be able to spot me. Actually, you definitely can spot me if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, Charlie Clips said the
Charlie,
line to you.
if you watch Charlie Clips verse pass, Charlie Clips second round rebuttal about I'll knock your brother out. I left my slippers at your mother house. That was to me, and he
Yep.
dapped me up after and apologized. But that was to me because when Pass said to him, about said some shit about you didn't fight because you were wearing slippers. I yelled, "That's some bitch shit." So then Charlie Clips dissed me, and then well, first he said, "Who said that?" He said to the person who said this or whatever, and everyone pointed at me, yo. Everyone pointed at me. But if you go watch past verse clips at Massacre 1, that is me who Charlie Clips is
Yep.
dissing.
Clips
I
is saying
almost
he left his slippers at Social Assassin's mother's house.
bags. I almost got into a fight with Queens Flip that night. Pat Stay told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah. Even
I
when we
I
were
met
at that show,
I met Loaded Lux. A lot of
remember,
crazy shit happened at.
even Steve-O yelled out when we were on the balcony at
Oh
at
my
his show.
god, yo. Oh my god, yo. So check this out, right? And this seems to happen anytime I go anywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
tell the story, bro.
well, yeah, I will. When we go to like concerts or like comedy shows, I always get the attention of of the artist, right? And they always react to me. They always respond to me. So me and Pablo go see Steve-O, right? And he's showing videos on the big screen, right? And he shows one of his wife and his dog. And I said, "Ow!" But the whole time I was kind of like, laughing. And well, we're all laughing. It's a fucking comedy show. Yo, this was the craziest shit ever. Steve-O stood up and said, "Hey, motherfucker, shut the fuck up." He said, "Hey, you piece of shit, shut the fuck up." I was like, "Yo, what?" So I looked at Pablo. I go, "Is he talking to me?" He's like, "Yeah, he's talking. He's talking to you." Now,
Yeah, I
mind
said
you,
100%. I said, yeah, he's talking to you, bro.
mind you, we're sitting in a section by us. There's no one else in our section, so like he's looking right up at everyone's looking at us, and then two security come over and they're like, "Cut it out. You need to be quiet." I was like, "This is a fucking comedy show that I paid for. I'm going to laugh and I'm going to make noises. Like, fuck off." So they stood right there the whole time. So I'm laughing. I'm still having a good time. And then I kept being me. They came, Paul. How many times did they come up to us?
Like 8.
Like 8 fucking times they came up to us and told us to be quiet. Now, mind you, we're not laughing any louder or being any louder than anyone else in the place, but it just happened to be that Steve-O can't sell out a tiny ass arena in Medford, Massachusetts. Well, it's not even
Talk,
Boston.
talk.
It's in Medford, fucking Massachusetts, a little suburb of Boston. You can't even sell this shit out. Like we're in a section, just the two of us. Like it's not my fault you can't sell out an arena and you don't know what it's
And
like.
you don't have jokes that are funny, so you gotta be playing all these clips. And
Of
meanwhile,
your hot wife and shit, and then you get,
yeah.
and then it throws you off your material when someone cheers. Like
But
fuck
a
you.
bunch of people were
So
screaming
then,
shit from the audience. And it's like,
yeah. So then when we're leaving, right? I go up to the two security guards that that kept coming over to us, and I fucking stuck a middle finger in both their faces, and I said, "Fuck you both, motherfuckers!" and they were like, "What? Get back here!" I was like, "Fuck
yeah,
you,
literally, we're
bozo."
leaving the venue.
Yeah,
The lady too, she's like, "What? Hey, come back
yeah,
here! Like, what are you gonna do? You work event? Like, what? You're not the fucking law. First of all, we didn't break any laws. The show's over. What are you gonna do?" Like,
right, for real.
but it's funny you said that because yeah, they stood over us and they kept doing the sign for like, oh, okay, keep it down a little, keep. And
Yep.
it reminded me the daylight line I was saying. They motion hushed us
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah. They
couple
both
times.
facts.
We were
Yo.
about to get laser removed from
We were
the
about to
fucking
get a
show.
laser removed. They did. They threatened to remove us a few times. Major, there's like I think there's like a 10 or 20-second delay on what's it called? On YouTube, and then there's like a 5-second delay on StreamYard or something. So it's like there is a pretty decent delay. Um but yes, thank you, brother. Thank you. So I hit 700, and then I went up to 702, and then I went back down to 700, and then up to 701, and then back down to 700. So,
It was Indigo unsubbing and
right, it
whatever,
had to be.
Candy Cream or whatever.
Yeah, yo, she asked to be removed from she asked to be me to take away her wrench, so I did because she was mad because I wouldn't let her up on the panel yesterday. But like I'm sorry, son. Yo, like Major, like you watch my channel. People who watch my channel know that like when I have an open panel, the title will say open panel. If it doesn't say open panel, the link is only for certain people. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. So and I do open panels when I can. I like doing open panels and bringing stuff up. And you know what's funny is I did an open panel for KB's birthday. She where was she? So and then she says that I ignore her all the time, but I always answer her questions. I don't know, man. You can't please everybody, yo.
Facts.
So I fuck with Indigo. She's been supporting, but like I'm sorry, but I can't cater to, like, this is my platform, this is my channel. I run it the way that I want to, and I'm not gonna change that for anybody.
Yeah, uncompromised over here, bro.
Uncompromised, bro. Like I'm not changing for anybody. And I think that's why I'm getting the respect that I'm getting over here, because people can tell that that there's no way to compromise me, and that what I say is genuine. And I'm telling y'all, Pablo. Well, I mean, y'all know his real name anyway, because Clip said it in the battle. But Pablo will hold me accountable. Pablo will check me. You know what I mean? And but we don't gotta front. We don't gotta fake the funk. We've seen, done, been through so much that there's no need to fake the funk. So
Yep.
um and we've been doing this shit a long fucking time, man. So but I love this shit. Like to me, when I started going live and I only had like 2 viewers, shout out to Brick Street, yo, for real, because he was here from day fucking one in my chat. When I was going live, there'd be one person in there or two people in there, and it would always be Brick Street and Chris B. And you know, I hooked Brick Street up, yo. Like we did a bracket for the King of the Dot tournament, and he got the most. He guessed the most battles, and he won $60. Like that's the type of shit I was doing to try to bring people in, and not even try to bring people in. Like I only had two people watching, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I did a pay-per-view giveaway. I gave away two pay-per-views to the GTX event. I'm gonna do stuff like that again too. But like right now, my gift to the community is the Marv one beat that you know what I mean. So I feel like it's gonna be like an anthem for us. And I'm just trying to do my part. So we're gonna keep this channel moving, and I'm so grateful to have Pablo up here because he has so much knowledge and wisdom to give about the game, and also so much, his memory's so much better than mine. So like and when he see like the questions, I loved how you bring up a topic and ask me the question, and I give you my breakdown, then you tell me whether you agree or not, and then tell me, how you feel about it. That was dope. See, that's not something I would have thought of. So like maybe eventually, but like that's definitely not something I would have thought of for tonight. So this to me, even whether there's 3 people in here, 5 people in here, or 100 people in here, you're always gonna get the real from us, and we're never
Yeah,
gonna
well, that's why I
get
wanted to
the
do it
bit.
that way, is like not tell you what I was gonna ask, not even give any indication on how I feel about it
He didn't.
whatsoever.
He didn't.
Just get your
Unscripted,
genuine, genuine, unscripted,
in the
like,
moment.
yeah,
Yep, I like that. I did. Yeah, fact. He didn't tell me anything. He didn't tell me. He told me, he said, I have a couple topics that I want to bring up, or a couple things I want to bring up, but he didn't tell me what they were, and I didn't even ask. I just trusted that. I just trust him because I know that what he's going to bring to the table is going to be dope. And we had some dope conversations about it, and I like that we had Clip in the chat giving his opinion about the judging thing, because that's the thing. It is, it's hard to actually nail down a good judging system, because I felt like I set a pretty good solid judging system, and then but Clip doesn't agree, and there's other people who wouldn't agree too, so it's like
yeah,
it's
discerning
not
opinions of people that are all like in the shit doing it, like that's what it's for. You put your
right.
heads together, all brainstorming together, having different opinions. Because if we were just up here like, oh, you do it like this, and I was like, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, if
like
we all had the same opinions and did everything the same, we wouldn't be as great of a community as we are.
you can't push the shit forward if you're all just uh yes men, or you just like
Right.
you don't have a stance on anything, and you don't think anything could be better, or that
Right.
essentially it's just like, oh, whatever, like, yeah.
Yep.
That's why when you hear me like when I was talking about the daylight bars and shit, it's like I'm bringing this up because I'm like fuck my opinion. I'm asking y'all, like, is this acceptable? Is this trash?
Right. And what
If
and
it's
people in the
trash,
chat
then
was
why are we letting him get away with it?
and people
Basically.
in the chat were saying trash, like, and that's before they even knew who it was. So I think it was 702 who guessed that it was daylight. Might have been Major, but it was one of
Yeah,
the
that one was a
right. It
little
was
more
it was easy.
obvious, but
But some people still might not have known that it was daylight. But either way, people were like, "That's trash." I saw at least 3 people say that was trash, and because it is, and that was in what battle, Paul? What Pablo? What battle was that in?
Iron Solomon, Daylight versus Iron Solomon.
So just to put this into perspective for y'all, this is Iron Solomon's return battle, right? After years and years. This is Iron Solomon's return battle. A legend. And that's what Daylight brought to the table.
Terrible.
That's what Daylight brought to the table. If you watch that battle, Iron's rounds, especially for not battling for like, I think it had been like 11 years or something. His last battle was the Mook battle. So, or maybe not, I'm sorry, not 11.
Was the ENS battle maybe, or was that was
No, no,
before the
no.
Mook one? Yeah.
Yeah, Mook was the last one. And
So
that was
yeah, damn, this was his return, right?
this
Yeah.
was his return. So he wanted B Magic for his return, but he ended up getting Daylight and Disaster before that. But anyway, because Organic was like, "Oh, well, please battle Daylight first, and then we'll give you B Magic." But then Disaster wanted Iron Solomon and whatever. Anyway, my point is, when you watch that battle, if you really fucking listen, Iron Solomon's material is insane, and Daylight's is absolute trash. But people call that battle a classic. Like, it's not a classic; it's a fucking body. And I'm telling you, it will really help if you put Daylight's rounds at like half speed and listen to it like that, and really hear what he's saying. You'll feel the same way. 10% of what Daylight says is dope. 10%. And I'm being fucking generous.
Yeah, that's generous.
That right? That is generous. 10% is generous. But I'll give him that. I'll give him 10% because it's like the 2 5s to his head. Like that shit was garbage to me. That shit was garbage. The when he dumped water on the stage and he's like, "I'm Jesus walking on water." That shit was garbage to me. Like, man, I don't know. He even said he showed up to that battle with no rounds. I think it was against Jonah. Um, but yeah, man, Daylight's fucking trash. We like if we really sat here, we should do a private stream, bring some people in, and we'll watch some Lux battles and some Daylight battles because everyone seems to think that's the matchup that needs to happen.
Yeah.
If we watch Lux's shit at half speed and then watch Daylight shit at half speed, none of you will want to see that battle.
Facts. And all the stuff I brought up in the Daylight battle, I didn't like play it, write it down so I could quote it. Literally, just like 10 minutes before we went live, I was like, because I brought it up in a previous one. I said, "Oh, the setup, I couldn't remember the dumb shit he said." So I go, "Oh, let me just peep it real quick."
Yeah.
And I watched it. I was like, "Oh my God." I rewound it once and watched it again. And that was it. And I was just off memory, like telling you what the bar was.
Pablo's memory is insane.
So if I sat down and we actually had time, if you want me to sit there and hit all these lyrics down and break down to you how trash this shit is, like we can do that, bro.
Oh no, we definitely are gonna do that. We're gonna do that type of shit too. Like this is like this isn't what it's gonna be every week. So like some weeks we might have one thing that we talk about the whole time, just one topic, you know what I mean? Or we might have a few different topics, or we might have no topics. Like it's gonna be each episode is gonna be something different. So yeah, I think that is something that we can do is break down. But I definitely want to incorporate us, at least one episode a month, maybe, like, rap on the show for the people. Maybe we'll start it off with one of us will start it off with a verse, and then one of us will end it with a verse, or we'll just do both at the beginning.
Facts.
Either
Yeah.
way. But yeah, we'll just do both at the beginning because like other than the live viewers, most people don't make it to the end of the video.
Yeah.
So, but I think with this segment, a lot of people probably will tune into the whole thing because it's good conversation. And we are definitely gonna bring people up. Like if we're having a conversation and there's someone in the chat who feels very strongly on one side or the other or against both of us, like, and we'll finish discussing it, that will bring you up, let you know what I mean? We'll do that type of shit too. So as long as we keep it respectable, we can debate. That's absolutely fine. We want to do this shit because we want everybody to be better, you know what I mean? And here's the thing, I don't care how long you've been doing that, you can always learn something. Like, I've been doing this shit for over 20 years, and well over 20 years actually. Going on like going on almost 30 years now. I've been writing raps, so like it's you always can learn something, so no matter what.
Yeah.
So this was Unscripted Logic, episode 1. Next week, like I said, we are gonna have a theme song. We're definitely gonna have that going. Everybody, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I think that the more we do it, the more people are gonna want to tune in because, like I said, each episode is gonna be something different, and the more we do it, the better we're gonna get at it. Because this is kind of like a podcast, and we're new to this shit. You know what I mean? Usually when I go live, I'm just rambling and doing whatever, or I'm doing an interview, so it's structured or whatever. But with
Yeah,
this
that's
shit,
why I had certain things I wanted to bring up, just so we had some kind of direction, I guess. But
right, I'm
there
glad.
there was some things I didn't we didn't even get to yet.
Right. So
Because I thought, okay, one episode I had like this many ideas. We did maybe half of them.
yeah. So I
So
think next week we need to start at like 5. Give us more
yeah, I
time.
agree.
Yeah, because we're only doing it once a week, so it's like it's I think 5 to 8 is a good solid show.
Yeah,
And
because again, back to oversaturation. If we're up here every night doing the same shit, then it's like after 2 weeks, it's like, okay, you
right,
said it all. You said it all, right?
and
Once a
and
week is like,
and if it wasn't gonna be so different every week, we would probably do it every other week instead, if it was gonna be kind of the same structure every week.
yeah,
But
fact.
but
Because sometimes we might not even be talking about battle rap, to be
that's a
real,
fact.
you know?
That's a fact. A lot of times we might not even be talking about battle rap. Might be something different. And like what we're gonna talk about real life shit too. And like me and Pablo, like I said, we've known each other 25 years or more. Like we have stories. So like maybe when we think of some stories that we can tell on the internet, we'll tell
Yeah,
some
that's
stories.
why I brought up the Steve-O thing, because we were like, what we were talking about at the time. I thought of it and
Right.
I was like, oh, that's a story we could tell. Like, dude, we have thousands and thousands of those.
Thousands. So, and they're all entertaining. Actually, I have a really good one that doesn't include Pop. We have a lot together, but one that doesn't include Pablo includes my buddy who passed away. But I was gonna bring that up today and tell that story, but I'll save it for next week. It's a quick one, um, but yeah, man. So this shit, I'm super excited for what the future brings for this show. And I'm telling y'all, man, you don't have to donate, but if you do, whatever you donate is always going to go back into the channel, and you will see it, because it's gonna happen. Both of us, we're both gonna get a nice setup. It's gonna be dope. So this show's only gonna get better and better as we go. We're just getting started, so you know we're gonna make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Well, it's been an
Unscripted
episode.
logic.
Unscripted logic. Fire. Theme song coming next week. This is only the beginning. It's gonna be major. That's a fact, major. Salute, brother. Salute.
Gonna
Um,
be major.
yo, go subscribe to Major's channel, yo. He's doing a huge service for us, especially as content creators, because he finds the stuff that we don't have time to find because we're doing other stuff. So he finds the stuff, we speak about it. It's dope. We appreciate that, man. We really do. So go subscribe to Major, man. Um, yeah, go subscribe to Pablo too. I just posted the links to his music and the link to his YouTube um, on my community tab today, so you can find
Yeah,
it.
and you never know. I might start doing live streams on my channel of me, doing like sets with
Oh,
different songs, me playing guitar, singing different songs and shit.
there you go.
Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins, shit like that. So,
There you go.
if you're a fan of that type shit, stop by.
Even if you're not,
Even if
subscribe,
you're not,
because
you can hop in the
because
chat and say,
you'll
"I'm
you'll
not feeling this one."
not even that, you'll like how Pablo does it. So you know. Um, but yeah, man. So it's been dope. I'm glad. Oh, Ricky, man. Oh, you was here. You was here. I just cammed up and my hair looks crazy. I ain't had a haircut in like 2 weeks. Uh, Ricky, salute. I didn't even know you was in here, man. I didn't even know you was in here. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all watching. So next week, probably starting at 5 p.m. instead. We got word, Ricky. Appreciate you, man. Um, Ricky's a day one too, man. He's been here. So all right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all being here, man. Next week we're gonna have a theme song. It's gonna be lit. So let's go. Unscripted Logic, episode 1. See y'all next week. Salute.
Salute. Peace.
Peace.